Hello, this is Nick from Labs, and this is the second of the walkthrough videos that we're putting out this week. In the last video, we looked at building your creator profile, and now we're going to show you how to publish your flavors to that profile. So before we went up here and looked at how to build a profile, and we told you that every user on the platform has their own public profile, which is driplabs.com/u/your username. In the previous video, we set up a lot of the information, but we didn't actually publish any flavors. So to do that, we need to go to the recipe book, and I'm going to do this in a couple of stages. So I've got a recipe here that I'm ready, or a flavor that I'm ready to publish. So like many of you, I've got one version of this which is locked because I've bought it and I've tried it. And I've got another one here, which is one I'm working on, which is still in development, and I'm yet to try that flavor. I'll explain why that's relevant in a minute. So if we go to the product details tab, for now, I'm going to leave the description blank and I'm not going to upload an image. I'm just going to focus on how we publish it to our profile. So the first thing is that you can only publish a flavor or a version that you have tried. So when I look in here, like I showed you, the V1.0 is something that I've bought, which is a requirement for publishing. The 1.1 I have not purchased. So you will only see the list in here of flavors that you have actually purchased and tried for yourself. So with the version 1 selected, there's one more step that we need to go through before we can publish it to the store, and that is setting up our ingredient tags. So ingredient tags are a great way for people on the platform to find your products. By default, every ingredient that you've used in the version that you're publishing, the revision that you're publishing, will be available. So we recommend turning all of these on so that your product will come up for any searches that include those ingredients. But if you do want to hide any elements, in this example, I'm happy for everyone to know that these are the ingredients I've used, but you can hide certain elements. There's two reasons you might do that. One is if you've used them at very low levels, and perhaps the customer that's buying your product isn't going to actually pick that flavor out, it's subtle, it's hidden, or it's a mystery note, then you might not want to put it through so that they are going to get what they expect, what you've told them it will taste like. The other reason is that if you've used a special ingredient that is a real secret element that you don't want people to know, then you can hide it for those reasons. So ingredient tags are when the store launches, that's how one of the ways that people will be able to find your flavors, and they are important, so don't leave them all off, but you can certainly choose to hide some for those reasons I've mentioned. So having picked those ingredient tags, I'm ready to publish it to the store. So this final toggle switch here says enable store and profile listing, and I can hit save. So it tells me that it's updated. The first thing you'll notice is if we go back to the recipe book, it has gone yellow. So it was a create before. So it is now a yellow early access flavor. I'm not going to go into too much detail about those different release statuses right now. But the second thing we will notice is if I refresh my profile page, I now have my first flavor here. So if I click on the flavor, I will go to its product page. So it's looking a little bit blank at the moment, but we've got the name, we've got who made it, we've got the ingredient tags that were selected, and most excitingly of all, you can actually add this to cart. So it's obviously I am logged in as Labs Tutorials, but anyone that goes to this page can add this flavor to their cart. We can see it's early access, and we can see it's the V1.0. So really good progress. But let's make it look a bit more exciting. So if I go back into Blackcurrant Lemonade, I can actually change these tags at any time. So if I want to hide one or show one, I can update that. Let's start. I've got already copied a description. Now the description, obviously, you should try and describe the flavor if you want to. You can make other comments about perhaps your idea or where you were going with it, or whether you think it's suitable for one device more so than another. But because of these ingredient tags, there are two ways for people to understand the flavor profile that you've created. So you don't have to be really specific. If you want, you can talk about the percentages you've used, or you can do what is more fun we see across the industry is you can use more imaginative language and sell your flavor and be a bit more, let's say, creative with the description, because underneath they've always got the ingredient tags to identify the profile as well. So if we hit save on that, we will see that our product page now has a description, so that's cool. And there's only one more step to go, which is to give it an image. So again, I'll reiterate that you do need to have the copyright for any images that you upload to the platform, and the best way to get that right is to take your own photos. In our case, we have the rights to this image for a blackcurrant lemonade, so I can upload that image. You can upload more than one image if you want, but it's the latest. So if we had 2 or 3 here, it's the latest image that you upload that will be used for the product main image. So we can now see that we've got an image, a description, some tags, and that is a good start to putting your products out there. So again, people can jump from your products back to your profile page. We can see that this is now uploaded with that image that we have. You can also, if you are totally sold on the image alone, you can even add it to cart from there. So in those few steps, we have published our first recipe to our profile, and people can buy them now. So if you've got some recipes that you're proud of already, we would recommend you make them available and tell your friends that they are there to go and try. As a recap, you can only publish recipes that you've purchased. You should choose your ingredient tags wisely. You can turn 1 or 2 off or more, but do leave the primary notes, the main flavors in there to help people find them. And the only thing that is remaining for Dripper Labs to release is the Discover store. So there will be an extra link here where you can actually go and see featured creators, featured flavors, and search for creators, search for products using either the tags or the names and so on. So that is it. It is that simple. We now have the full coverage. You've got a profile page, it's personalized, and one of the recipes that you have created is available for the community to buy and try. In about a week's time, when the other features go up, they will also be able to give you feedback on the flavors that you've created and review products to help people find them in the store and find the best of what has been made by the community. So thank you very much for listening. Please go and get stuck in. It really is exciting. This is as close as we have ever been to the community inspired marketplace, and it's all thanks to you guys and your creativity, and we'll see you in the next video in about 7 or 10 days when we put the final parts of the marketplace up for you to explore. Thanks very much, and if you've got any questions, as always, get in touch. Otherwise, we will see you in the next video.